Texas Tech?
It was not an easy decision, that's for sure. I mean, the people in Lubbock and on our staff were still close friends. I still talk to them almost every day. But my relationship with Coach McCollum has been, I've known him since I was like in middle school. So he had a huge impact on my life as a player for a short stint, and then as a coach at Sunrise, he was the guy I would call, like, hey, how do you do this, or what do you think about this, and gave me a lot of perspective on the game of basketball, and more deeply a lot of perspective on life. And so we had talked about this opportunity for a while, and the situation just wasn't exactly how I would have drawn it up, but super excited to be a Hawkeye.
How do you feel practice is going so far?
What are we, 3 weeks in? I can't even remember. But good. I mean, I think we're getting in shape, which is a huge part of the summer. Which, it's a value to spend time to get your bodies prepared for what it takes. I think our sample of what we're going to actually be is really small right now. We're missing Varro. He's going to be with his national team. Housen's will be back soon. He's been banged up, and so we don't have our full package in, but it's June, and so the beauty is you're kind of figuring everybody out and what guys are good at. Obviously, the group that came from Drake, they have a lot of familiarity with each other and play really well together. But then you're incorporating a couple new guys, and I think I would say I'm an optimist. I would say I feel confident we're above where I would want to be 2 weeks in, but still a long ways to go to win a game in the Big Ten.
And what was the process for you, getting to this program? Are some of the guys from Drake, some of the players kind of helping you learn the system as well?
Yes and no. I mean, our relationship, Coach and I's relationship, is so good that I feel like my wife would get annoyed at me turning on a random Missouri Valley game, and because all we do is watch basketball, but then I'd go home and turn on the Drake game, and then I would watch it on my computer because I cared about them. I care about those guys, and our staff. I've known them for a while, so I'm familiar with what happens. We scrimmaged them last year. We played them in the NCAA tournament, so then I became really familiar with it when you have to try to figure out how to beat them. And then studying coaching stuff for a long time. But now being in it and being a part of teaching it and learning it, I'll be honest, I'm a little behind because it moves so fast and they know exactly what's going on. So it's a bigger learning curve than I expected.
What did you guys do playing against them when you were playing against Coach McCollum? What was your focus point? What did you attack?
First off, their turnover rate was crazy. Their activity on the ball. We knew we had to minimize turnovers. We had to take care of the basketball. We knew we had to, we're bigger. We're Power 5. We had, some big-time athletes and some physicality. We had to use that to our advantage offensively. And then defensively, you kind of said a prayer. Hope you can make it hard on them and hope Bennett doesn't go crazy. And we thought we did a great job defensively, and he had 21 and 9 against us. So I picked the stat sheet up and was like, oh crap, he had a great game. But you know what it is? It was not fun. Never fun to play your friends. Never fun for the season to be on the line as well. But happy we won. But I'm also happy to be a part of this group.
Has his teams always refused to double the post? Is that a pretty common thing against him?
I would say I don't know that answer. I would say that doubling the post, if you're asking about the game last year, that didn't make a lot of sense. We shot 46 threes in the first round of the NCAA tournament, so I think doubling the post would have been a bad answer too. So that was the beauty of our team at Tech last year. We had a lot of weapons and knew how to play to our strengths with our team. So I think if you doubled, which Wilmington did the night before, and we scored 90, whatever. Yeah. So you kind of had to pick your poison with us. And shoot, we were up 9 with 3 minutes to go to beat Florida, who won the national championship. So you saw how good our team was last year.
With all these lengthy players who can shoot and defend, is it kind of like we're going to just outwork you on the court, and that's how you're going to win games?
Yeah, I mean, I think length plays into the way we want to defend with hand activity and shrinking space and making it difficult for teams to be comfortable with the ball. And then the shooting piece is where I think we have grown from their team previous year. Our shooting with guys like Alvaro who can make threes at 6'10", and Trevin who can make threes, and Cooper Koch who can make threes, and then obviously Housen's one of the best shooters in college basketball last year. So I think the shooting should open up the space offensively for us.
I think it's been great. Obviously, we've had 2 weeks of kid camp that kind of take the legs of the guys too, but they were great with that. They did an awesome job. But I just think the energy is something that we try to keep up as much as we can. That way when games come around and energy's all over the place, it's something we're used to and the game slows down for us. So from the weight room to the court, it's always an emphasis.
We've heard about the weight room a little bit, but just like, what is it like in there when you guys are in?
I think you said it, it's energy. I mean, it's high energy. There's a lot of talking. You're moving quickly, a lot of transition speeds. We just want to try to make the court in the weight room as much as we can to where it mirrors one another. So obviously in basketball, it's up and down so much. Same thing with the weight room. When you get done with something, you get to your next lift, you're talking to your teammate. You're worried more about the guy next to you than yourself.
How are you as coaching staff trying to, you guys obviously have a lot of guys from Drake coming over, but also like Brendan coming in and Alvaro, and then you have Cooper. Like how is that kind of meshing process? How do you kind of help that as a coaching staff?
I think you just spend time with one another, right? Like you just spend time with each other. You spend time with multiple guys at once, and it's organic. It's not something that you say or do one time. It's just over time the relationship builds and grows. So.
And the tempo last year for Drake, most teams when it came to tempo. What do you anticipate the tempo looking like for this team this year?
I think we'll see, obviously. I think the thing is that Coach McCollum does such a good job of is he's going to play to the strength of his team. Obviously, this year we're going to have more shooting than we had last year at Drake with Alvaro and Brendan being able to shoot the ball. So I think it'll look different just because of the added shooting, but we'll see when the time comes.
Communication is so important for you guys in the weight room, out on the court. How much of an emphasis do you guys put on that and talk
Let's
to
go a
the
couple
guys
more for Connor.
about communicating with each other?
I think it's huge just because we're so big on being there for one another, serving one another, that you can't do that if you're quiet. It's hard to be really good and quiet at the same time. So whether we're in the weight room, whether we're in here practicing or eating a meal together, it's emphasized to communicate, and over time, it's just something that everybody does.
What do you think about Alvaro while he was here?
I thought he was very good. I mean, he does so many things well. He can pass, dribble, and shoot at his size. He's going to be a great piece with what we got going.
I mean, it's still really early on, but how do you see the chemistry within this team so far?
I think it's been great. Obviously, you got 6 guys who have played together, which is huge. But the guys we brought in, first and foremost, great young men. They fit in right away. And to this point, it's been great.